How long does it take to see increases in your vertical jump after training? Let's talk about it. What's up, everybody? Before we begin, I have free jump training for you, literally absolutely free. All you have to do is click that first link in the description or go to againsoddsathletics.com/free training. I hope to see you in there. Literally everybody should do, it's free. It's free, and I give you a free jump workout that you can use to increase your vertical, and I give you a condensed version of a jump technique session that I did with one of the athletes in the World Record Jump Academy, which is my flagship vertical jump program. If you guys just want to go straight to that and get in the World Record Jump Academy, you guys can use that second link below to go to the World Record Jump Academy and have me as your vertical jump coach. All right, now that that's out the way, how long does it take to see increases in your vertical jump after training? And the answer is a little bit complicated, as I'm sure you guessed. There is no just one cut dry answer. That's always my answer, I know. But it's true, because I've seen athletes, I've coached athletes that I was able to instantly increase their vertical literally in about 10-20 minutes on a vertec or on a basketball court, just strictly based off of technique. And jump technique is crucial, is absolutely vital to increasing your vertical jump, especially if you're looking to get that instant boost in vertical jump. I mean, I've seen some crazy gains in 45 minutes. I've been able to increase people's vertical 4 inches consistently, to where now they understand the concepts. So it depends on how well you understand vertical jump. It depends on if you understand the concepts of vertical jump technique, how good your technique is, how much practice you have with the jump technique. So that is going to be the main way that you can increase your vertical instantly, and that's the way that you can see vertical jump results happen like that. So if you're an athlete that has already know the ins and outs of vertical jump technique, and although I still am learning every single day and I can work on my jump technique, but if you already have pretty good vertical jump technique, then you're not going to see as much gains, and you might not see any gains just from an instant one session, boom, right off the bat. I think for the most part I can coach athletes to get at least an inch, half an inch off on their vertical jump from standing or running 1 foot or 2 foot just in one session, for most athletes, honestly, because most athletes think that they're better at jump technique than they are. Like I said, I've been training quite religiously on my program and trying to figure out the ins and outs of vertical jump technique and where I can improve, and I still have a lot to learn. And that's awesome, because I get to learn and then feed that back to you as a jump coach, and I get to watch other athletes, hundreds of athletes that I coach, and I am learning from each one of them as well. So that brings me to the second piece. So first piece is a vertical jump technique, and so that it depends. You could see it instantly, or you might not see results, that much results from it. And then after that, you talk about the strength training and your actual in the weight room strength training regimen, your plyometrics and whatnot. And this strength training, usually see strength results come from strength training in 3 to 6 months is really when it starts to show. So if you went on a squat regimen, and I'm just talking about strength right now, you're going on a squat regimen from day 1 to day 90, which is 3 months, you're going to see huge increases in your strength. But at that 90 day, that's when that strength will really start to translate into your vertical jump, as long as you're jump training, and you're actually doing the motion. So if you're trying to dunk, jump higher to dunk, then you should be, during your squat training, you should also be practicing your jumping often, so that it's okay, we're getting stronger, and now as we progress, we're also jumping and practicing that dunk technique, jump technique, so that you can all put it together, and your body is okay, we have new strength that we could use, let's use it on the court now. And usually I would say around that 3 to 6 month mark is really when the results start to kick in, and then after that it'll just keep on compounding and building on each other. But give yourself time, 3 to 6 months. Give yourself that time. I would say 6, honestly. Give yourself 6 months, knowing that you might see some at 3, you might see some at 6, you might see some at 9 and 12. It's a long-term game. But 3 to 6 months. And then plyometrics. I've actually seen really good plyometric results, increases in let's say just my box jump. And if I practice box jumps, I can get around 2 to 4 inches in 2 months. So that happens a lot quicker. The neuromuscular adaptations of jumping higher and of becoming more powerful, explosive athlete comes in around that 2 month mark. But again, these are just guidelines. It's not going to be 2 months for you. Most likely, it might be a month and 10 days, it might be 3 months and whatnot, but just to give you like a general picture of how I see it and my experience. So all I can really tell you is about my experience and my athlete's experience. I would say that the neuromuscular adaptations from plyometrics come a little bit earlier than the vertical jump and power gains from strength training. The strength training takes a long time. It's like you're building a house when you're building muscle and gaining strength. It's like you're building a structure, so you have to lay the foundation, but you can't actually stand on the foundation of a house. You can't live in it, right? Because it's just the shell being built. And then finally the house comes, 6 months later, and that's when you actually have a house you could actually build in it. That's when you have your muscle that you can use to increase your strength and power on your vertical jump. So that's kind of how I see the timing of things going, and that's when it starts. And then once you're already at that 3 to 6 month mark and you're starting to see gains, it continues. So it might, on a graph, might look like flat. You might even go down a little bit because you're beating your body up. But then it's going to come back up, and then hits like that 2 month mark, 3 month mark, and then it starts to compound, and then you start to keep going. It might waver a little bit, and it keeps going up and to the right. Which is where we want to go, up and to the right, just like stocks. I'm Chris Bell from Against Odds Athletics, and that's how I see the timing of your vertical jump improvements throughout your training cycle. If you guys are interested, absolutely free, using the first link in the description, or go to www.againstoddsathletics.com/free training. So I hope to see you in there, and if you guys are interested in joining the World Record Jump Academy and having me as your coach, we have 2.5 hours of video content. You come with me, nutrition training, mental training. It's a full expansive training with jump technique videos, athlete jump technical breakdowns, Mamba mentality mindset manual. There's so much packed in there, it's crazy. You guys can get that in the second link in the description below. But I hope to see you in there, and I hope this was useful. So I'll catch you guys in the next one.